Hey y'all, it's Kitami Safiya here. Thank you for coming back to the Mommy Reveal. I don't even know what we're talking about today. Oh, I'm gonna talk about all my crazy friends and all the crazy women that I meet that say they're too old to have a baby. Let's get into it. So, these people are something else with this whole high-risk pregnancy thing. Let me just explain to y'all a little bit about my pregnancy, which was high risk. They called me a high risk before they knew anything about my health history. I was high risk because I was in my 30s. I know so many females who are having baby fever and they're like, oh, your daughter's so beautiful. I can't wait to have one. I'm 31. I don't even know if I'll be able to have one because, I'm getting old. And I'm like, you're not old. And you look and seem pretty healthy to me. Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Come, baby. You want to say hi? Say hi, beautiful. Should I have a kiss? I just simply had to be in my 30s and they already put me in the high risk category. And I'm like, but I'm not high risk. I'm in the best physical health that I've been in probably my whole life. I was eating great. And I was killing the game at the time that I got pregnant, which I actually feel like that's the reason why I got pregnant because So no, you are not too old to have a baby. Do not let them push that fear into you. You're the boss of your body and you can make it happen if you want to. You got to be positive. You got to speak it into existence. You feel me? Look at you. You are just too cute, aren't you? Show everybody your pretty dress. And she's off. I'm going to tell you how I was high risk in the beginning of my pregnancy and how I changed that before I gave birth. Now, I'm going to keep saying high risk because in my eyes, I wasn't high risk from the beginning. They basically put that title on me. Being high risk just means that they feel that you might have a little bit more difficulty throughout the pregnancy, some more difficulty when it comes to giving birth. When I told my doctor that I wanted to give birth naturally without an epidural, she pretty much was like, yeah, okay, that's not happening. She's like, no, we don't recommend that for
high risk moms.
But it didn't matter. I didn't know anything about being pregnant. I didn't know anything about what the process would be like. But one thing I did know was that I didn't want an epidural. I'm afraid of needles, and I have always had a fear of anything going wrong with my spine. Right away, they had me doing high risk checkups. They would take longer, they were more extensive, and it was just really annoying. I hated being labeled something that I didn't feel like I was. Like I said, I was very healthy. I was in the best shape of my life, physically and mentally. And I was working out so hard at the time. I was eating healthier than ever at the time. I had actually become a vegan for like a year. I was on top of my health game. Let me put my earring back on. They tried to instill so much fear in me. They were testing me for all types of things, which that I appreciated because it felt good to know that everything was on the up and up. But then they even went as far as to try to test my fiance for a genetic disorder that they were trying to make me think that my baby could have. They went as far as calling me and telling me I needed to hurry up and get him tested so I would have enough time to make a decision on an abortion. I thought it was absolutely disgusting that they had a representative call me and speak to me about abortion. Whether my child was going to be healthy or whatever God had planned, that was going to be the journey that we were going to take. But to call me and say, you got to hurry up before you're not able to get an abortion, that was messed up. Every time I turned around, they were pushing the flu shot on me. They were telling me, oh yeah, because you're high risk, you got to do this, you got to do that, da-da-da-da. So after a while, I was like, yo, I need to take charge. I cannot continue on for the next 6-7 months feeling so fearful and down every time I leave the doctor's office because they have me in this high risk box. I wasn't having it. I knew what I was. I knew what I felt in my heart. And I decided that, hey, I'm the boss. Just because your baby ain't here yet, you're still the boss of their life. And you still got to make sure that you're making the decisions that are going to be best for them and you. So I started busting up in the doctor's office like, yo, I need to get seen right now. I gotta go to work. I'm not doing all this extra conversations, extra this, extra that. I was on my research game heavy. Everything that they came to me with, I would be like, nope, because studies show dot 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 dot. I was on top of it. They was afraid of me. They was like, you know what?
You know what? You're actually not high risk anymore. We're gonna
Go ahead and let you just do regular checkups. I'm like, exactly, right. Even when it comes to conceiving, they make it seem like you can't conceive after a certain age. And I just think it's sad that they kill people's dreams like that. Don't let anybody kill your dream. These are the 3 tips that I have for you if you're trying to conceive. Tip number 1. So the first thing you want to make sure you're doing is eating extremely healthy. Okay? You got to eat healthy as hell. You got to make sure that you're taking in your fruits and vegetables. You might even want to take a couple of supplements, folic acid, and definitely take 1 a day. I was doing all of these things at the time that I conceived, and yeah, good. Tip number 2. So this one I did a lot of research on, and it seemed to work for a lot of people. And although I don't know if that is exactly how I got pregnant, it's only right for me to tell you guys that I was taking black seed oil at the time that I conceived. And so the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I was taking the black seed oil for something totally different. It was because I was suffering at the time from insomnia. I wasn't sleeping well at all. And I was just trying to find a natural remedy that might be able to help me with that. And so I came across the black seed oil, and also at the same time, my fiance was having a little acid reflux. So I also realized that it helped with that as well. So the both of us were taking it twice a day at the time that I conceived. And when I did my research, every single video that I watched, every single blog that I read about it said that if you did not want to get pregnant, to be very, 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 very careful, because you will get pregnant. And at the time, my fiance and I were living in 2 different cities. He was in New York, I was in Atlanta. So it wasn't that big of a worry at the time. But yeah, we were both taking the cold pressed 100% pure black cumin seed oil at the time that I conceived. So I've come across people who are trying to conceive and having maybe a little bit of trouble, and I've told them about this just because it might help. Tip number 3 is a change of scenery. Almost every person that I know who had kids late, including myself, did not conceive at home. They conceived on vacation somewhere else where... So if for any reason you're having trouble conceiving, you and your boo probably need to go take a trip and forget about your problems, forget about your worries and responsibilities. I'm talking about people who have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years in between the time that they had their last child and they're popping up pregnant, and it's always, yo, we was here, we was there. We were personally in LA, and we were having an amazing time when we conceived this child. It was not planned. It was just, the vibes were good, the vibes was right, and it happened. When I realized I was pregnant, it was because my fiance had a air freshener, and it's the air freshener that he always has in his car, and I always love the smell of it, but for whatever reason, it was just smelling terrible to me. Like, something smells like pure in here. And he's like, yo, I just got the car wash, I don't know what it is. That was a telltale sign for me. After that, I just kept on cramping, and my period wasn't coming. And so, whatever, I peed on the stick. I had a pregnancy test already in my car, like Pam from Martin. Started from there, now we here. So, right, boo-boo? Right, boo-boo? So yeah, eat healthy, exercise a lot, and take the black seed oil and go on a trip. Have fun practicing getting pregnant. When you are not too old, just because you're in your 30s. And when you do, I'm speaking it into existence for you, when you get pregnant in your 30s, you will not be high risk. you know, there are women who have other health concerns or develop other health concerns during a pregnancy, and I understand that. But just because they say that you're high risk doesn't mean that you have to be, and doesn't mean that you can't turn it around for yourself. These stars, and they're having babies in their 40s and their 50s, but they have the money to, you know, do in vitro and do, you know, other fertility treatments that we might not have access to. So I'm all about living that holistic life, and these are the things that work for me. So if you're struggling to conceive, try these things. And also, when you do conceive, be sure to continue. The fight isn't over. They're going to say you're high risk probably because of your age or because of any other things that you might have going on. Continue to eat healthy. Continue to hydrate yourself. Continue to go on your walks and take care of yourself as healthy as you possibly can. And because you're going to need that to develop your baby, you know? So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys it's not too late. I was in my 30s and I have my baby, and shoot, I might even go for another one. I don't know. I'm just playing. I don't know. I don't think my man is with it. But that's how confident I feel. And that's how my experience has taught me that my age didn't matter. It's been real, y'all. You see the boss is here, and she just makes sure that she lets me know that I can't do my own thing for too long. So I'm about to go. Yeah, it's the Mommy Reveal. I thank you guys for your support, and there will be more to come. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I love my baby. She's sleepy, y'all. I used to think people were lying when they would be like, oh, my baby is the best thing that ever happened to me. And so many other people were like, oh my God, they're probably crazy, which I know she probably will when she gets older, but this is like such the best time in the world. I love being a mommy. I love being your mommy. Oh, she's falling asleep. You gotta enjoy this time before they get older and they don't want to hug you and tell you they love you, and they don't want to kiss you, and they want to be talking back and getting rude. You gotta enjoy this time with you. She's such a good baby too. She doesn't give me much trouble at all. At all. She eats well. She has a very advanced palate. She loves all the things that are good for her. She loves avocados. She loves beans. She loves green drinks, just like me. I drank those a lot when I was pregnant. She loves bananas. She loves caramel porridge. She even likes spicy food. She likes food that has a kick to it. They told me not to eat spicy food because I was high risk. I ate spicy food through my whole pregnancy because I craved it. And she loves spicy food. And she's really healthy. She's really happy. She's always smiling. That's another thing. You want to make sure that throughout your pregnancy, you enjoy it, you know? Enjoy it. The more you enjoy it, the better that everything will, the more easy it'll be when it's time to give birth. The baby will respond to your body. You'll be able to communicate with them naturally. Talk to your baby bump. Sing to it. Dance. Listen to music. Play jazz for them. That's what I did. I mean, who knows if I'll get another shot at it. So I did all the things that I felt in my heart were going to be good for me and my baby and my pregnancy. And I really enjoyed my pregnancy. I had no issues whatsoever. It was like the best thing ever. Like my cousin was like, yo, like you out here looking like you're 19 and pregnant. And I'm like, yo, I feel great. I worked out all the way up until I was about almost 6 months. I was still doing kickboxing. I did a lot of walking because I commuted back and forth to work. I did a lot of climbing up and down stairs at the time where I lived. It was a lot of steps, and it really paid off in the end. So, like I said, guys, just because they say you're high risk or tell you that you can't do something or tell you you shouldn't, you need to be in tune with your body and with your baby, and you make the rules. You know, and I'm not saying go out and climb a mountain while you're pregnant. I'm not even saying go to the gym, but I am saying to listen to your body. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're keeping your minds in a healthy space. Make sure you're choosing every day to be happy throughout your pregnancy. And make sure that you let them know that you're the boss of your baby and your body. And just because they try to put fear in you, you don't have to subscribe to that. You know, it's like, nah, they might tell you, oh, you know, your blood pressure is high, or your, you know, iron is low, this, that, and the third. They told me my iron was low. They almost killed me with the iron pills that they gave me. And so I stopped taking them. And I just ate a lot of kale and a lot of foods, broccoli and things like that had iron in it. And my baby was perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine throughout my pregnancy. I just listened to my body and I did what worked for me. And it will work for you guys too. You just gotta believe, you know, be positive, speak the things that you want into existence. If that be a baby, do what you gotta do. There are natural things that you can do to try to help. And then at least if you have to go into fertility treatments or anything like that, you're already healthy and ready. Your body is ready for it, you know? So that's my little lecture for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Mommy Reveal. Let me put my little 1-year-old in her bed so she can take a nap. I will catch up with you guys on the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on IG. Bye.